Welcome back to our second refresher lesson. This refresher is going to be about Pythagorean theorem, which you guys remember is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, if this was a topic that caused you confusion, this is going to be a great opportunity to take your time in understanding it and making sure that you have mastered the material before next year. So, we're going to go through this nice and slow. I have two examples for a missing hypotenuse and two examples for missing legs. So we're going to start by talking about the formula a squared plus b squared equals c squared. C will always be my hypotenuse. So I'm going to go ahead and write that here. And if you'd like to follow along, please go ahead and write this in your notebook or on a piece of paper. And A and B are my legs. Now, to remember, legs are the two sides of the triangle which are touching your right angle. So this is a leg because it's touching the right angle, and 8 is also a leg because it's touching the right angle. The one side in a triangle which does not touch the right angle is called the hypotenuse. That's the longest side in our triangle. So what I'm going to do is color code with yellow and pink. I'm going to color both A and B pink because they're interchangeable. I can put the short leg here and the long leg here, or the other way around. And then I'm going to color the hypotenuse yellow. So if you're following along, what I'd like you to do for example 1 and 2 right now is go ahead and decide what is your hypotenuse and what are your two legs, and go ahead and highlight them now. So right here is my hypotenuse because it is the only side not touching the right angle. And on example 2, which I'm going to show you a shortcut, X is my hypotenuse because it is the one side not touching the right angle. Okay, now I'm going to highlight my two legs pink. So 4 does touch the right angle, so it's pink, it's a leg, and 8 also touches the right angle, so it is pink. Now looking at example 2, I'm going to highlight the 10 pink because it touches my right angle, and the 24 pink as well because it also touches my right angle. So what I'm going to do now is set up my equation. For this triangle, the person that created this triangle didn't put anything on the hypotenuse. So I'm going to go ahead and call it X. When you see a blank side, you can just call it X, or whatever variable letter you'd like to call it. So as I see my formula up here, I'm going to put my pink side squared plus pink side squared equals my yellow side squared. So I'm going to go ahead and write that out. 4 squared plus 8 squared equals x squared. So I want to make sure that I followed the color pattern as above here, as I color coded my triangle, and as I'm color coding, filling in the formula. Now what you can do is either type 4 squared plus 8 squared into a calculator, or you can do it step by step. For this video, I'm just going to do it step by step. 4 squared is 16 plus 8 squared is 64. And that equals x squared. Now, I hope I'm not running out of space. Okay, so 16 plus 64 is going to be 80. That equals x squared. Then I take the square root of both sides, and I get x equals, let me see. I do not have a calculator on me, but you would put that into the calculator and you would get your answer right here. Now, on this triangle, I also have my hypotenuse missing, but what I'm going to show you guys is a shortcut. So only use this if you feel comfortable with this idea. And what the shortcut is that the hypotenuse is equal to taking the square root of a leg squared plus the other leg squared. And I'm going to color code it so that we can clearly see. This is my C. And these are my 2 legs. So as you do other problems using this example, know that you put your 2 pink sides in here, and your C, or in this case it would be X, goes out there. So I'm going to write X equals, and then solve for the missing side. Again, I don't have my calculator with me, but if you take the square root of 10 squared plus 24 squared, you can type all of that in as a string in your calculator, press enter, and you would find X equals a certain value.